Ryan and I decided to do our curriculum presentation on steps to respect. The first part of our presentation is an example of steps to respect actually being implemented into a classroom.
Second R?
Refuse.
And the third R?
Report.
That's a great start. Well, this morning we recreated part of a lesson from our Steps to Respect program, which is our bully prevention curriculum. And in this morning's activity, the first thing that you saw was we did a little activity that helps students discern the difference between normal conflict, which happens frequently, and bullying, which is more severe. It's important that students know the difference between those two things. So in this morning's activity, we talked about how bullying is about one person having power over someone else, and we used a power ball in a role play situation so that students could observe how in a normal conflict that power is going back and forth. It's shared between the two participants. In a bullying situation, the bully attempts to take the power from the other person and keep it. So that was kind of that activity that we did this morning. We started using the Steps to Respect program a number of years ago, and so we've been doing those lessons, I would say, at least for the last 6 or 7 years. Students who participate in this program learn a common vocabulary, so when they're reporting problems to adults, they have a consistent common vocabulary to describe what's happening, and that is very helpful, again, in determining, first of all, is this really a bullying situation, and second of all, what exactly did happen, so that the adults can be responsive and help them with that.
Steps to Respect is a research-based program, and it focuses on grades 3 through 6. It was founded by the Committee of Children, and it focuses on social and emotional within a school and bullying. It was designed, the program director of the Committee for Children is Sherry Burke, and it was designed by the Committee for Children located in Seattle, Washington. The goal for Steps to Respect is basically to provide students with a safe school environment and teaching children at appropriate conflict how to deal with conflict.
The target population for this program are ages 8 through 12, either female or male, depending on what the school is, all races and ethnicities, and it's typically in a rural, suburban, or urban area, so any school setting for this actual program. So the cost for Steps to Respect, you can go one of two ways. So there is a self-facilitated training program in which the principal or someone else who is in the leader capabilities of the school runs the actual training sessions of it, and then you receive a kit. Each kit is for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade is $859. And if you want to add any additional classes to it, it's $249 each additional kit. So the $859 kit comes with one classroom per grade level. So if you're doing 2 classes per 5th grade, then you have to buy the $859 kit and the $249. There's also a $1,500 plus travel kit that comes with on-site training from the committee personally. So if you want to use that, you can do that one. So program components is school-wide program guide. It comes with staff training and then classroom curriculum. And then I'll go into details for both the staff training and the classroom curriculum. So the training requirements is an extensive training. So it includes, the kit itself includes 3 different trainings for the staff. So you have an all-staff training, a coaching, and then the curriculum. And then after that, there's 4 boosters. So the all-staff training is 3 hours and consists of an overview of the program. So it's like an orientation, information about bullying itself, and the training on how to receive reports of bullying from the students. Within the classroom training, within the all staff training, there is a little section of classroom training within it. And it's recommended that all adults in the school, so janitorial, lunchroom people, the monitors for hallways, any adult that's in the school itself should go to the classroom training, because they teach the children that all adults are safe people to report bullying to. Therefore, you need the training for that. After the all staff training, there's a coaching training, which is an hour and a half, and is designed for teachers who will be coaching students who have been bullied or are targets of being bullied. And it recommends every teacher and administrator join. So not all adults, but the ones in charge. So counselors, principals, and teachers should do the coaching training. And then you have the curriculum training, which is 2 hours, and discusses the classroom materials for the teachers who will actually be presenting the program. Before I get to the impact of it. So within the classroom, the curriculum training, there is 4 parts for the students that the teachers are trained into. So you have the socio-emotional aspect, the academic skills aspect, the positive social values aspect, and the skills that's particular for each grade level. So for the socio-emotional, there's perspective, there's a perspective taking skills that they learn, empathy skills, management of emotions, decision-making, setting goals, conflict resolutions, all those things that help the students learn how to manage their emotions and understand the emotions of other students. The academic level discusses and introduces the lesson skills unit about friendship and bullying, oral expression, and analytic reasoning. And then the positive social values discusses the skills that they need to act responsibly in bullying situations and other situations outside of bullying. So the results of the impact, the results of Steps to Respect shows that when this program is implemented correctly in a school, that it increases the students and administrators' ability to stop and recognize what bullying is and the students who have been bullying and how to stop it, but then it also lowers the actual act of bullying. According to some of the research that's been done, boys benefited more than girls, but overall there's been a decrease in bullying in the schools, possibly because of the socio-emotional aspect of it, since it teaches kids how to deal with one another, how to deal with conflict resolution and empathy, and how to care about one another's emotions. They have those tools to have less bullying, but then also it's the aspect of teaching the teachers how to recognize bullying before it becomes a problem. So therefore, of all the research, the impact shows that when this is implemented correctly, that it decreases bullying and increases the awareness of teachers and administration.
So looking at this as a whole, looking at the program as a whole, I think that it's a great program to implement into schools. I was bullied in elementary school, and I know that how that impacted me. And if there was a program that that was implemented into my school, I may not have been bullied and dealt with the impact of all of that. I think that kids have a lot of emotions and sometimes don't know how to properly deal with their emotions. And so it comes off like they're being aggressive when they're really just being misunderstood. So I think that just allowing students to be able to figure out their emotions and how to deal with them properly is the reason why I would want to implement Steps to Respect into a school, into all schools, honestly.
It shows when you discuss, like, it sounds like on paper that the amount for this program probably costs a lot, but if you break it down per student that's within the school or those grade levels, it usually ends up to being around $25 per student. So I think this is one of those programs, especially now, mid-COVID, amid kids not being in school as much or dealing with one another as much as they necessarily would have. that learning how to, not necessarily for just bullying purposes, but learning how to respect one another, period, or how to manage your emotions, or how to have empathy for one another, is kind of ideal and something that should be implemented in all the schools and not just the ones who choose to have it. So learning about this program, if I ever, as a counselor, was working at a school that didn't have it, I would probably recommend it, just to be more proactive instead of reactive when it comes to bullying in school systems.
And I would agree. And that is our presentation on steps to respect.